Welcome to Prime Sports with me, Daniel Kranting, and Asante Kotoko face Hearts of Oak in the season's first installment of the Super Clash on Sunday at the Accra Sports Stadium. The country's two biggest sides are the only unbeaten teams in the league so far this season. Asante Kotoko head coach Karim Zito believes Sunday will provide an opportunity for his side to prove their defeat to Hearts in the Galka Top 4 earlier this year was a fluke.
Well, Hearts of Oak and Kotoko, everybody knows how the game is. It is one of the best and one of the most difficult game of between the two. So everybody wants to win, just as we are going there with the mindset of winning. So it's like you plan against the best side of your opponent and then capitalize on the weaker side. So this is what we are doing in short to meet Hearts of Oak.
When you are meeting one of the elite coaches in the league, that is Coach Didi Dramani, I know he's somebody you are so close to. How impressed are you looking at his career and what he has done so far? And what do you think you need to do to get the best on the day?
Didi is a fantastic coach. I've worked with him before when he was in Kotoko. I was the manager of the youth side, and he's at the top of the premier side. And then the telepathy between us worked a lot, because when you look at the result we took, we won the Premier Division twice, we won the Under 20 twice. So it tells you the way we were at that time, and we are still, aside Kotoko and Hearts of Oak, we are brothers. We talk a lot, and he's doing well with Hearts of Oak, no matter. But between Kotoko and Hearts, you know, we played twice. We beat him one. He also had us during the gala. So this is the third one to prove to him that maybe the gala, as I said, to me the top four, it wasn't. The timing was very bad for Kotoko, and I'm vindicated now. People have. Just as I said, the timing of the top four was not conducive for Kotoko, because we started our preseason late due to the subsequent matches ahead of going to South Africa. So you could even see that we couldn't even rest after the league, which is very, very bad. But at the end of the day, it's a competition we have to honor. So we use it in another 10. So we couldn't do well in terms of results. But I wasn't disappointed, because I said it, that I wasn't expecting my team to play well during that competition. But at the end of the day, I'm now vindicated. People have seen exactly what I said. But that is the technical side of it. But when you come to the supporters, they don't care you are in this, you are in that. So automatically, we are going there with a mindset of beating him at the end of the day.
Ghana will face Japan and South Korea in the 2025 Kirin Challenge Cup test matches, and that will serve as a crucial preparation ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Having already secured qualification for the tournament, the countries will use the opportunity to polish their respective strategies. The highly anticipated games are scheduled to take place on November 14 and 18, respectively. Communications Director for the Ghana Football Association, Henry Asante Chum, spoke to my colleague Adamu Karim Abdul Benin on Ghana's preparation ahead of the games.
We are done with meetings and all arrangements, but sometimes during this period, a lot of things happen at the 11th hour, and that caused the delay of the squad release. So tentatively, we are looking at the close of this week or the weekend to confirm who and who will be in the squad, or the full composition or full complement of the team. Plan is that the advanced team will depart Accra on Friday for Japan, and then the rest of the technical team. And I don't know if there will be local players or not, but depending on the number of local players, they will also travel hopefully on Sunday for Japan, and then we'll be expecting the players after their respective matches from Tuesday. So this is the plan for now. We are hoping that we'll have at least 3 training sessions of of the full team in Japan before we take on the Blue Samurai on the 14th. And then once we finish that game, we will travel to Korea for the second game.
So, in terms of the games themselves, it's preparatory for the World Cup. Are we likely to see the regular players, or the coach will be testing a lot of things?
As we speak, I don't know. I haven't seen who is in the team and who is not in the team, but I think that as much as possible, the coach would like to continue his rebuilding exercise by keeping a core of the team. It helps in team bonding, team building, consistency as well. And from now to June, it's quite a long time in football, but unfortunately we do not have too many games, to test ourselves. Because after this window, the only official or formal international window will be next year March, and that's quite a long time. And then after that, we may not play again until the 2 weeks leading to the tournament. So as much as possible, you would like to keep the core of the team together. But like I said, I haven't seen the squad list, and I am not in the position to comment any further.
Henry Asante-Twum also opened up on the Ghana Football Association's reasoning behind announcing the testimonial match in honor of former Black Stars captain Asamoah Gyan.
Okay, so I'm sure that we know what Gyan has done for us from age 17 until 2019, when he went on retirement following our exit from the Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt. He's been embarking on other, facets of the economy, other personal projects and what have you, but the Executive Council feels we must lead the charge to give him a fitting testimonial. So we have spoken to Gyan. He's aware of the plan of the Executive Council. Discussions and conversations are underway. We would like him to tell us who he thinks must be part of the ceremony and when it will be appropriate. Once we get the full list of players that he would like to have in the testimonial game, then we will start proper planning by engaging the players, speaking to them to find the right time. And we'll also decide on the location, decide on other programs in the lead up to the testimonial. But I mean, in a nutshell, is a way of celebrating one of the best players we have produced in the last 2 decades, an all-time African top scorer for now. Our all-time top scorer for the national team, and also Africa's top scorer at the World Cup. Gyan's club career may not have been flamboyant, but we acknowledge, appreciate what he contributed to the national team. We hear his own colleagues, talk about Gyan and what he did, his playing mates, his friends, and those who even came after him. Keep saying a lot of good things about Gyan, and is the reason why we want to celebrate him. Hopefully, when we put all the various ingredients together, we will come out with the details regarding the testimonial.
Sparrow from DW, our partner station inside Berlin. Let's do some boxing news now. And the National Sports Authority has officially announced that the suspension on professional boxing in Ghana will be lifted on Thursday, November 6th, which is tomorrow, marking a major step towards reviving one of the country's most celebrated sporting disciplines. The decision follows months of extensive consultations between the NSA, the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, and the Interim Management Committee established to oversee boxing's normalization process. According to the authority, the IMC has made significant progress in resolving the issues that led to the sport's suspension, particularly through strengthening medical and safety protocols and involvement in governance and administrative systems. Joining us on phone to discuss this is seasoned sports journalist Eko Asma. Eko, thank you very much for joining us. First of all, your reaction to the news today.
Thank you. First of all, I noted that it wasn't signed. And then there is no date on it. There's no reference on it. It takes away some kind of credibility from it. And then it said that it was the IMC lifting, the headline said the IMC was lifting the suspension.
Yeah.
Well, the IMC did not impose the suspension. So the IMC doesn't have the power to lift the suspension. there's a whole lot wrong with that whole statement. It wasn't signed, it wasn't dated, it wasn't referenced, and the IMC is said to have been the body lifting the suspension, when it indeed doesn't have the power to lift the suspension. There are a lot more questions about the statement than it presents itself. It's very, very suspicious.
Eko, you've spoken loudly about the handling of this entire situation, especially after the death of the second boxer. You called for the sacking of the NSA Director General. Have you been happy with how this thing has been handled from the unfortunate death of the boxer up until now with the ban being lifted?
Well, to be specific, I did not call for his sacking. I asked our President Mahama, to invite both the Minister Kofi Idi Adams and the NSA boss and ask them why he shouldn't fire them. And if he is satisfied, if he did that and he were satisfied with their explanation, then it will be up to him to exercise his prerogative to keep them. So to say that I'm satisfied, I'm surprised. Look, the mandate of the IMC, according to the NSA, was precipitated by the death of NS Akushe, a.k.a. Bahubali. Now, that is different from the directive by the ministry to the NSA to implement the ministerial committee's recommendation.
Yeah.
Because we handed over the report to the minister on May 14th. 3 months later, the NSA had refused to implement the recommendation. The NSA did not act until the death of Bahubali. So that suspension was solely precipitated by the death of Bahubali. It had nothing to do with the recommendation. That's factual. And that is very, very disrespectful to the public purse that was expended in setting up the ministerial committee to begin with. And it's irresponsible on the part of the ministry and the NSA to have allowed the circumstances conducive for the passing of Bahubali. We asked for the GBA's license to be pulled because after the time we submitted our report, the GBA then, as it was incarnated, was misfit to administer boxing in the country. We asked the NSA to pull their license and run boxing until it was able to put in place an IMC. With the NSA refused to do that, and the ministry allowed it to continue. So this is really irresponsible to the highest order. The irresponsibility of the ministry and the NSA caused the death of Bahubali. I'll give them 90% of the blame, and then the GBA at the time will take the 10%. It's as if they don't want to do the right thing. The NSA and the ministry caused the situation of the Bahubali death. And even the family of Bahubali will be within their right to sue the NSA and the ministry. Now, apart from that, so they create the problem, then they bring a so-called solution by announcing the IMC, finally. Now, the IMC was given a mandate of 90 days with a possibility of adding extra 30 upon request. Now, they were inaugurated on the 29th of September. It's barely a month into their 3-month mandate. It's about 6 weeks. Why are they lifting it?
So
they are not done.
So for you, you don't think enough work has been done for the ban to be lifted?
No, it's not like I don't think so. They by that statement that the IMC has made significant progress, in itself shows that the IMC is not done with their work. It says it's made significant progress, right?
Yeah.
It means they're not done, right?
Yeah. Eko, Thank you very much for your time, but unfortunately, that's all time will allow us this evening on Prime Sports with me, Daniel Cranting. Thanks for your time on this edition of the show.